Welcome. I'm Bob, your host for Painting with Jesus, and our scripture today comes from Proverbs 23:18. For surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. Interesting scripture choice, but there it is. And of course, I gotta knock everything over. And today I was going to work with the peas again. And my picture today is can I find it? Is is right there. Right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pea pods, 2 peas and a flower. All right. And so, of course, that has to come up here out of the way. And here's the book. I'll scooch out. See, those were the last 2 we did. And this is, I'll be working in this circle today. And of course, the Fuumuui paint. I think it's pronounced Fuumuui because it sounds better than Fuumuui. See, Fuumuui? I think Fuumuui. And the only brown that's in there is the light. And I'm debating whether to put that there. Because, see, you don't have to put everything in there. There's like a petal right there on the table. But I don't think I'm going to put that in. So I wet my brush. And I'm going to use the 4 round Princeton Velvetouch. These brushes, I love these brushes. I'm glad I got them. And I'm thinking that this will be I think it's the table. Yes, it's the table they're on. Remember, we're working out of that book by Jamie Beck, An American in Provence. And there's a little bit right there, because there's a P there, and then that table section is darker. So I'm going to use the darker. Okay, now this is all, that's a P. Yes, that's a P. There's 2 P's. this is a pea here too. So I do believe that's all of that. And my other paint I'm going to use is the Kuretake. And that was green gray. I'm going to ivy green. And yes, I'm going to use the pea green today. And maybe shadow green. That's from the Art Nouveau set, the whole green section. And this one, out of the 48 set, I'm taking Sap Green Deep. And Sap Green. And maybe lime green. We shall see, but I think no on the lime green. Okay, so these are my greens. And I think that will do. Yes. Okay, so this here is dark, so I gotta take the darkest green I got. I think it's this one here, which is sap green. But then there's the green gray. Well, let's try. Try a little bit of each. I think I like the green gray. So it's the green gray for this section here, because it's really dark in the picture. Now see, I didn't take the extra water off my brush, and that's what happens. So I spread that around just like that. Maybe I will take some of this green, kind of mix it in there. Well, the thing about peas is it's really funny. When I was growing up, every time my mom served peas, we knew she was angry. It was usually she was mad at Dad about something. And so we've learned that peas was angry food. And so when my wife served me peas, I was like, "Hon, are you angry?" And she would say, "No, why?" And then I'd have to explain about Mom. It was funny. Anyway. But I like peas. Peas taste yummy. There, that's a nice dark green. And it's dark down here too. There's a pea pod there. And so see, there's a shadow of that one on top of that one. And there's a shadow here as well. So I use the green gray for the shadow. Okay, and this one's also in shadow. Okay. Whoops, that's a little too dark, a little too much water there. Going to have issues if I don't take some of that water away. And we don't want issues, but we do want it dark. And see, I don't worry about perfection on these pictures. Yeah, just like that. Okay, and this, I'll take this darker green that isn't quite... Gotta take the color out of there. I automatically put color there. See, remember that shadow, and then, or maybe I'll do this whole section, because that's a little too bright green there, because that whole thing is in shadow. There we go. And then I have to, once again, and there's a P there, and that's a shadow, and so that wouldn't be so dark. So this would be the color to use for this one. These are the pods, the pea pod. Oh, no, down here. I forget which one I was using. And this is the shadow, and so I want to kind of blend that. And see, that the shadow is too light. There we go. See, and then we move this around like that. Oh, and that filled up again. There we go. Excellent. Okay, and that one is basically the same, but you can almost see the the peas in there. And so I think I'll use this green here. Maybe that'd be too much of that green. I don't know. We'll find out. And that's another pea pod. And see, maybe I take this. There's one there, and there you can kind of see the like that. And then we got the dark here. This needs to be darker. And that needs to be darker to separate the pods. There, just like that. Okay. And now we just have this. And so I think this greenish yellow is the one I want, I think. Yes. And there was that here as well. And then it's this color. The pea green. Just like that. And this along the edge of the pod. And then we take some of that and we go darker, not too dark. Spread that out. Like so. All right, and then we take this again. And this comes right there. There's an edge to the pod there where they closed, and it's now open. And so that dark has to be filled in right there. Just like that. All right. And then we need this color here. And that should be, maybe I can zoom in so you can see. It's not so far away. And this is inside the pea pod, and I had a little bit of that green right there mixed in. And then I took some of this green and made like a shadow. Made like a shadow right there. Yeah. I like that. That's cool. All right. So I need to fix that. And I think I'm going to use, I'm going to ruin it, I know it. Use this color for the pea. See, I didn't ruin it. I added green. Just a wee bit. So you know there was green there. Because peas aren't there. Because there's no, you can't see the edge there on that. And so we need some of the dark, because it's dark right there between the leaf petals of the flower. So some of that dark green. take my white Posca pen. Uh-oh. It seems like it got into that dark there. That's okay, I can fix that. And then I need some yellow. So I'm going to take Aureolin. Yep, that's how you pronounce that. And that is for the center of the flower. Okay. And then smooth that out. And I do believe there's a little bit of dark right there. And this here, just like that. I think that's better now. All right. And there it is. Not too shabby. I want to make that darker because that's supposed to be a shadow. There we go. And this is supposed to be a shadow too. All right. Yes. Okay. And there it is. Some more peas from Provence, France, from the book An American in Provence by Jamie Beck. This has been an interesting experience, painting these circles. It's good practice to do still lifes. And see, instead of painting the whole thing, I'm just painting little sections in the circle. And it makes it easier. You're not getting overwhelmed by the whole picture. And that's today's picture. Thanks for watching, and cast your care upon Jesus, for he cares for you.